that offense that they have is supposed to be producing. And I mean, 20 points that's not enough to win weekly in the NFL. You need 21 to 24 to win, to be able to win. And the Jaguars came back, and we actually got a play here from the Jaguars game that I want to take a look at real quick. This is just to show where there is some development where people may think that there hasn't been with Trevor Lawrence. This is late in the game, and they got to make a play. They have to they're backed up, and they need to, they need to make a play on offense to give themselves a chance to win the game. And honestly, this is a small thing, but I like how this played out with Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. So, look, the Jags offensive line this year has actually played pretty damn well. I don't think they gave up any sacks this game. And I think they have a number of games. Let me check the stat box real quick. I think they have a number of games where they have not given up sacks. No sacks. No fucking sacks. Let me see what they're let me see where they rank in the NFL in sacks per game. So Trevor Lawrence has 308 dropbacks. He's been sacked 12 times on the season.
That's actually pretty good.
That's pretty damn good. For comparison, Cincinnati Bengals, who spent hella money on their offensive line, even with the record, even how they've bounced back as a team, I mean, Joe Burrow has 33 dropbacks. He's been sacked 30 times. So almost the same amount of dropbacks, and he's been sacked over double what Trevor Lawrence has been sacked. Justin Fields has been sacked 33 times. Hell, let's see here. Who else? I mean, the other quarterbacks aren't very, they're not very good. But, Kyler Murray's been sacked 24 times. So they've been playing pretty well. But on this play here, I want people to take a look at this. Like, now, this is a defense that teams generally use in these situations, late game situations. They're passing the ball. They get up in this front. We call this a snap front. That's where you got two linebackers here, and then you got your 4D linemen, 1, 2, 3, 4. And usually defenses love to run games off of this. They run down, and arounds. They run, stunts inside with these two guys rushing outside. They might bring this guy as well and then run a TE off of that. It's all about just getting the offensive line to commit to something, going one way, and then have the looper break inside to take up the space and get in one of those gaps. Yeah. But here, and actually, you're trying to create chaos for the O-line, and it's
one guy's going to come chaotic.
Free. Yeah, that's all they want is one guy to get free. And here, they're running. This is 3-jet. I would say, this is 3-jet. It's got right side sliding to the right. This is the zone slide. Then you got man back here, and you got a running back who's supposed to protect this gap, this open gap here. Now, your center, not in good position right here, not great position. He's got his hands less than ideal. His hip is beginning to turn, or his foot is stuck in the ground here, so he's going to have to open that hip, which means you're going to have to let him. He's going to get a rush here because you have to open that hip. Now, the only thing that can save you here is this guy's awareness. He sees this. He has to know this guy is not rushing into you. He's going to rush around this edge. He's just going to do it really tight to get off of this center, to get this center to be basically screwed, because if he lets him go, he's going to get the sack. If he doesn't get this guy, he's going to get the sack, or at least put pressure. So this guy right here is the key to saving this.
I would like to see that left hand up.
Shut. Yeah, you want to have this hand up so that you feel that. The moment you feel it, you shut it down. You close this gap and you shut that down. That way, your center has a chance to move this guy wide, or if he's a good center, he'll snatch this guy up right here and stop him right in the middle. Now, right here, what happens is there's your looper. So that's the guy. That's actually smart, because that means he has to stay in this block, and it would have to be the tackle who slams back. This guy is going to catch anybody wide if he's staying in for a block, and now your running back is in a position where he has to be the guy to stop this. That's kind of a mismatch. Now, what makes it really bad here is that he gives this up. He loses bad. So your running back is going to be the running backs. Look, you got to give them a little bit of leeway, because these motherfuckers don't know who the fuck they're supposed to block. They don't know that this guy, he doesn't know that he should be slamming into this dude right here, because he's the threat. He's just thinking, I got a gap here. So what does he do? He does. Does the old.
Y'all did not draft Travis Etienne to be a blocker.
This is why it's hard to have a guy who's not a true running back because you see in games every week where that running back steps up, sees this, and fucking. I mean, he might not win the block, but there's a collision there that holds him up just a second.
Go watch the Cowboys. Watch Zeke.
Yeah,
you can say what you will. He's lost a step running the ball, but that motherfucker will stick his nose in there, and do an admirable job. Yeah, you get run over some. I mean, a fucking linebacker's got you by 20 pounds, 30 pounds.
Yeah,
but you got to at least be a willing speed bump.
Yeah, you got to be willing to give. You're not like that. Look, these coaches ain't gonna say we want him to flat back this guy. We just want you to just stop him from moving full speed for a second, and that means just throw yourself in there. You don't know how to block. We don't expect you to just always shut him down. There are running backs who can make that block, but if you put him up in that situation 10 times, they'll make the block clean maybe 4 or 5 times. But the other times you want to just make it a mess. Make it a mess right here, so he has an extra second to just scoot back this way and make his throw. Now, right here, he does the old, I guess I should have helped there, which means now, because you are late on this, you don't even see this no more, which means he's going to come free because this guy, the center is still fucked. Jeez, dude, how long you been over?
That's a sieve over there.
The center gets beat off the rip. Then he can't stop shit.
He gets beat by everybody. He gets beat by this guy. He's like Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. Which one y'all kicked me?
Which one of you motherfuckers kicked me? And this for a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, this could be a disaster. Because some quarterbacks who aren't mobile will try and get this throw out fast. And it'll probably it's either going to be incomplete or intercepted. One of the two. You ain't completing that because your guy's probably not ready for the ball yet. But this right here, for an athletic QB, somebody who has a little bit more awareness than maybe we thought he had, a year ago. What does he do? He gets his shoulder with the ball away from the defender. That is the biggest key to making this play work. He moves his shoulder away. A lot of quarterbacks will fumble there because they're kind of stuck. They are in a bad situation. Like, it's really like when you're right here as a QB, his eyes aren't even at this guy yet. He can see him a little bit with his periph, but he's looking over here. He's looking up the field. This guy, he's like, fuck. He's not going to get a missed assignment for this because that's really not his guy. Right. You should be over here blocking this guy. This should be his guy. That's what he's here for. But, when the quarterback gets into the back of his drop, if he wanted to throw it here, that would be a mistake. That would be something. And we've seen Trevor Lawrence do that a few times this season where he's in this kind of situation and he tries to just launch it and it gets picked off. But here, what does he do? You're an athlete. This guy's he's an athlete too, and he's got you kind of dead to rights. You're going to have to make a play to get away from this. And he made a play. He immediately got the ball away from him because what do you think he's thinking in that situation? This is Trevor Lawrence, the guy who fumbled 5 times against the Eagle, 4 times against the Eagles. Slap at the ball, he'll drop it. That's what his coaches told him all week. If you get near him, slap at the ball and then tackle him.
I'm about to get a touchdown.
He's over here thinking sack safety or sack touchdown. And he's going for the ball, but he can't get to it. So now he's going into tackling the second half of that play. And at that point, that's just good athleticism. He steps away and up into the field, and it's a good job here by these guys. This is a guard. This is the left guard right here. What does he do? He sees that this defensive end drops. As soon as he sees that defensive end drop right there, get your eyes back inside, look to clean up anything that comes inside. That's exactly what he does. He does it fast. He does it on time. And now you can save what actually could have ended the play because if this guy misses, he was coming free.
He was going to let both them cats free.
He didn't block nobody. He doesn't get a misassignment for this, but you do get one for this.
I'm looking at the center. The center.
The center.
I know that back end going to make that play.
The The center got 3 minuses on this play. He got a minus on technique. He got a minus on 2 minuses on assignment because, you know, you can argue, yes. 2 minuses on assignment. I mean, and then above that play on the grading sheet in the film room, it's gonna say block somebody. That's what your coach is gonna write.
Yes. If you miss the first cat, at least block the next one.
You know what I mean? Like, but this guard, he saves it. That's great, and this is a great job here. These 2 players right here actually, and the quarterback, you know, and this is a team sport. He needs help. This guy takes care of his job. This guy actually saves the fuck up from this side that both of them have had. And the quarterback, at the end of the day, has to make a play. And then he still gets the ball off. Boom. Now think if you would have thrown that ball right here.
Oh, things getting picked.
If he'd have thrown that ball right here, that's an interception.
Receiver's still looking down. He's not even made his break yet.
The receiver's probably right here, running, not even looking at him.
But the defender has eyes on him. I think they're in zone.
He has eyes on him. So if he throws it if he throws it at that point back here, if he throws it right here,
on that shit, pick 6.
He's breaking on that shit, and it's pick 6. That's growth, ladies and gentlemen. That is growth because he wasn't doing this all the time. He steps up. He actually makes this throw, moving forward into defenders, knowing you're going to get hit. Not that hard because maybe for the Jaguars, they don't never throw no roughing the passers for the Jaguars. Now, in this year in the NFL, you know that if you hit him and take him to the ground, that might be a roughing the passer. But he throws an accurate ball, and I mean, this is man coverage. It has to be accurate. That DB was playing off, so that DB is going to be ready to break on anything. And that's a damn good throw. Perfect throw. First down, and maybe a defensive holding because there goes the flag. So shit. Good play. That's a damn good play.